Yo, 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 welcome to the stream. As always, my name is Tree City Wes. This is Tree City Live, episode number 97. Hope you guys are having a good Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, right? I hope you had a good hump day. Shout out to Crypto Bruh. That was another good AMA with Simran and Day. I could sit and listen to them chat about DeFi forever. It's so interesting. Such an awesome thing that they have going on over at XenBlocks. Definitely going to talk about that today. We'll be talking about Bitcoin and the U.S. inflation. We had some big news from Jerome Powell today, so we'll talk about what they talked about in the Fed conference. So that was pretty interesting. We'll take a look at the Bitcoin charts, see what's going on around the ecosystem. As always, we'll get caught up on XenBlocks. I think I just got an email that both of my miners went offline, so I'm pretty sure I ran out of funds on my Vast account, but that's okay. But as always, if you could come over to the Twitter at Tree City West, retweet the stream, trying to get some more hash heads in here. And let's go take a look at the crypto bubbles. What's up, Rolando? What up, Crypto Bruh? What's up, Mick Dingo? Welcome, welcome. All right, so we got a much more green day today. And yeah, look at it. I mean, it's market's bouncing back today, so that's exciting to see. We got a bunch of meme coins moving. We got Bonk up 16%. You see Stacks over on Bitcoin up 9%. Stacks is a kind of a layer 2 project for Bitcoin, kind of an interesting one. We got Ape Coin up 10%. This is the token for the Bored Ape. It's like their metaverse game, I believe. So that's kind of interesting. Beam. This is kind of interesting. So this is the beam that I heard about, which led me to find the GPU beam. So the beam that I did a video about recently is different from this beam. This beam is a new gaming token that's completely exploding. So because this coin was exploding so much, I started researching Beam, and I found a different Beam project, which is a GPU mining project, and it's super interesting. So that's a members only video you guys can catch from last weekend. But yeah, we got green all across the board. We got Rollbit still running. This thing has been going. I feel like we're talking about this every couple days. Rollbit is pumping. That might be one to grab going into this bull run. We know how much degens love gambling. Of course, my favorite, Cardano, ADA, completely pumping right now, up 120% on the year. And it went from 23 cents up to 63 cents real quick, sitting at a $23 billion market cap. I love Cardano. That's a good one. I'd love to launch a version of Zen on Cardano, but the problem is it's not EVM. It's a completely different programming language. And it's a difficult one at that, so... It's not like Solidity or Rust over on Solana. I don't fully understand XNF, but I want to stack it. Hey, almost at 100 episodes. I think I might do a giveaway this weekend. Maybe we'll give away his NFT or something. Maybe we'll give away a VEXNF NFT. That'd be interesting. But when we get to 100 episodes, it might be Sunday because I ended up taking a nap yesterday and missing the stream, so we might be back Sunday for the 100th episode. But once we figure that out, I might do one Friday. Maybe we'll do a wasted Friday episode after the company Christmas party, but I usually get shit-faced at the company Christmas party, so I don't think there's going to be a stream on Friday, but we'll see what's happening. But let's go check out Bitcoin, see what's popping over on our Coinbase chart here. And yeah, we have this massive dump on Sunday, and we've just been kind of ranging sideways until today. We got some bullish news from Fed Chair Powell about inflation, and the inflation numbers are looking good. And I mean, it just it made this move right here. Kind of a strong move out of this falling wedge. So if we go ahead and run the Fibonacci retracement again, so we might have a little pullback here down to 42,400, but this is looking nice. I mean, it's looking healthy. A nice healthy pullback. This didn't completely Bart Simpson. It kind of canceled out once it got back up above this golden pocket here. So what I could see now is, we broke out. Maybe we'll come back and test it and continue. Nice little continuation pattern here. We'll see what happens. We'll draw that and see. We'll watch it over the next couple days. This is on the 1 hour chart, so this might play out pretty quickly. Zoom out to the 4 hour. Yeah, I mean, that still applies. That's interesting. What's up, Richard? Welcome. want to take a look at ADA, man. ADA has just been, whew. I tried to tell you. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one talking about Cardano, man. There's so much awesome stuff going on over there. And a lot of people make fun of it. It's like, it took them a long time to get DeFi. You know, back in 2021, there was no DeFi. It was like a big deal when Cardano got smart contracts. And then they got NFTs. And now they have like actual DeFi and a ton of TVL over there. And it's one of the fastest growing DeFi chains now. This is going to be the DeFi winter / DeFi summer for Cardano that they didn't get in 2020 and 2021. And it's going to be, I think Cardano is going to absolutely explode. And it is. I mean, it's already up, you know, it was down to 23 cents a couple weeks ago. 2367 in mid-October, and now we're back up to 65 cents. This thing's going to be ripping up to $1 in no time, and that's basically the second Fibonacci extension. The 2618 is right around $1. So we'll see what happens. It's a big one. Another one that's been pumping all day is Avalanche. Avalanche has been absolutely ripping, and I was kind of getting nervous for it. I saw this pattern here, a kind of a rising wedge. And it's like, that's kind of iffy. Bitcoin's starting to pull back. I thought we were going to come back down, maybe test the top of the support here, but we didn't. We just kept going. So Avalanche is looking nice, looking solid here on the 4-hour chart. Where's the RSI? It's coming back into the mid-range of the RSI. Let's hide the MACD, pull up the stochastic. Yeah, I mean, this thing could move. If this continues to move sideways here in this little pennant, while RSI continues to fall, like you see, this is moving sideways, but RSI is going down hard on the 4-hour chart. Eventually, this is going to bounce hard. You know, it's probably going to come down here and then boom, and this thing's just gonna absolutely explode. So we'll have to watch for that. Avalanche is looking juicy. Cardano's looking juicy. Celestia is another one that's been absolutely ripping. It was kind of in that same pattern, and this one did break down a little bit when Bitcoin fell, but it's just going again. It's going again. You were short USD, JPY, and J Powell saved the day for me. Hey, that's what's up. Now, did you do that on purpose? Were you doing that around the Fed meeting? That's kind of interesting. Train some, is that Forex? I never had the balls to do Forex. What's up, Great Crypto? But yeah, I mean, all these charts are looking so nice. Another old one that's been pumping all week is VeChain. Like, what is VeChain doing? They're back over 3 cents. And that might have been a good time to buy VeChain under 2 cents. This thing got up to 25 cents in 2021. Yeah, let's zoom out to the week. And this one, I mean, this isn't like a sexy coin. It doesn't do anything crazy. It's like a supply chain token from China. And I think it's solid tech and it's a good project. VeChain and Vitho, which is the gas token, have been pumping over the last couple days. And is there any news down here? VeChain to launch roadmap. How funny is that? That's news. It's going to release the Q1 2024 roadmap. VeChain Energy, simplify and streamline your blockchain development with our platform. So that's good. Always nice to see my old investments that I'm down 70% on from 2021 are finally coming out with a roadmap. That's what's up. Richard trading the Forex. That's cool. Powell said recession next year, not good, but he kind of always says that. Yeah, he does kind of always say that. The big bullish thing he said today was that they're done with the hikes. You know, they said they're looking at, and this is the first time. So I've watched all these meetings. This is the first meeting that they've said we're actually looking at reducing the rates. They always say it's not even a conversation. We're not even thinking about it. The data's not there. They always have some boilerplate statement like that. But today they actually said, why don't we go look at that? I'm sure there's a So that was kind of a bullish thing. Inflation did come down. I think it's down to like 3.3%. That's actually a chart you can search for on TradingView. So you can see the United States inflation rate year over year, and there's some other different comparisons. But yeah, this says we got up to 9.1, currently at 3.1%. So this was when everyone was freaking out. They hiked the rates. This is only available on a monthly chart. They only release the data monthly. So each one of these data points, let's turn this into so each one of these data points is one of those meetings with Jerome Powell. So yesterday they announced, inflation's down to 3.1%. So that's good. That's a good thing. That's bullish. And then, Jerome Powell looks shell-shocked. He just admitted that the Fed needs to stop raising and cut rates, but well before achieving 2% inflation, so they don't overshoot. This is more than a year of saying they wouldn't stop. This is the most dovish. This is the most dovish thing I've ever seen. Obviously, Yellen and Biden intervened in some way. So it's he's insinuating that they're getting ready for the election. So they got to start pumping the stock market and pumping the prices. The last thing they want is a recession next year coming into election season. And this is how election seasons affect markets. They start drumming up and printing money, and the inflation's gone. We're going to stop raising rates, and then people are going to start borrowing money and then reinvesting it. And that's kind of what we're excited about here. Fed Chair Powell says we're pleased with the progress on inflation. For him to say that, he's so careful with his words, and he just comes out and straight up says that. Yeah, here's a clip of him talking now. Let's pause the music.
To achieve.
It's like every word that he says is completely overanalyzed by all the talking heads. I like to watch Meet Kevin. He always has a good perspective on these types of things.
As we look ahead to next year, I want to assure the American people that we're fully committed to returning inflation to our 2% goal. Restoring price stability is essential to achieve a sustained period of strong labor market conditions that benefit all. Since early last year, the FOMC has significantly tightened the stance of monetary policy. We've raised our policy interest rate by 5.25 percentage points and have continued to reduce our securities holdings at a brisk pace. Our actions have moved our policy rate well into restrictive territory, meaning that tight policy is putting downward pressure on economic activity and inflation, and the full effects of our tightening likely have not yet been felt. Today, we decided to leave our policy interest rate unchanged and to continue to reduce our securities holdings. Given how far we have come, along with the uncertainties and risks that we face, the committee is proceeding carefully. We will make decisions about the extent of any additional policy firming and how long policy will remain restrictive based on the totality of the incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks.
That's the one right there. That last little sentence he threw in there. That is such a big thing. We will make decisions about the extent of any additional policy firming and how long policy will remain restrictive based on the totality of incoming data. So he's basically saying, hey, we're looking at it. We're going to start reducing rates. They've never said that before. So this says the mood among economists at the moment seems to be one of cautious optimism, yet we hear from the general public there's a lot of discord about economic conditions. Basically they say inflation's coming down, but prices aren't coming down. So that's kind of what the reporter's insinuating here, that you say that inflation's coming down, but prices are still high. And then his response is, well, inflation's coming down, the price level's not coming down, so people still are living with high prices, and that's something that people don't like. So, he's just like, yeah, that's how it is. So we're turning the money printer back on. Like, it's insane what's happening. This is not necessarily a good thing for the financial system, but it's a good thing for crypto and stocks. And it's kind of feeling, if they start cutting rates into 2024, things are going to get real bullish real quick. Things are going to explode. Exactly, Rolando. Bitcoin doesn't care about macro. But when there's money in the market to spend on Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin goes up. That's for sure. XenBlocks. Yes, XenBlocks, baby.
All right. Let's fucking hash.
So even though inflation has eased, it's still too high. So he's trying so hard to say, hey, it's too high, but they're making me turn the money printer back on. So press conference highlights, not likely will hike further on rate cuts. That begins to come into view. Inflation is eased without significant rise in unemployment. So these are all signs that they were worried about, unemployment getting out of whack. Fed decisions remain data dependent, so obviously that's their old boilerplate. Monetary policy is well into restrictive territory, and we feel that in the economy. Expecting labor market rebalance to continue. That's bullish. Getting inflation down to 2% will take time. The same old thing they keep saying. Prepared to tighten policy as needed. So it's almost like he's scared he's going too far, so he's trying to be dovish. CPI inflation was 3.1% in November, in line with expectations, and 3.2% prior. So inflation was actually below expectations. It's going to be a bullish Christmas. That's kind of what today was about, and we see that in the charts. If we zoom out, let's go back to our regular candles here. Where's the Heikinashi? We can zoom in here and we can see exactly the meeting was around 2 o'clock. What is that in UTC? All right, so that is in my time. So that's this was the meeting right here. Wednesday at 2 o'clock. So if the meeting was right here, then after the meeting, you can kind of see what kind of news we had. Let's go into the minute chart. We can really zoom in here. So can you tell when the meeting was? He started talking right here, right at 2 o'clock. Boom. Then of course it's cooling off. It's doing its Bitcoin thing. Money printer go Bert. They raise interest. They raise interest. People fight to people's flight to safety to BTC. They pivot. People go to BTC for sure. Inflation is a lie. Exactly. Why should one man? And that's it's a bureaucrat too. It's not even elected officials. That's the craziest part of the whole thing. We didn't put these people there. Someone else put these people here. They're not elected. That's the craziest part to me. Anyways, I don't want to talk about politics. That's the last thing on my mind. Let's talk about crypto. Let's go check out the Zen ecosystem. I keep hearing about a dump on the Zen chart, but I really don't care about the price of Zen. I say it every single stream. Price of Zen doesn't matter to me. I'm really just trying to accumulate for the future. That's kind of where I'm at with my Zen. That's kind of funny. Came right back to the bottom of the pattern. So that's good to see. Looks pretty normal to me, guys. So we got down to 60422. If we start talking about 6035, this kind of range, this is, we'll draw a line here. This blue line is kind of my... All right, I'm going to start buying a lot of Zen Zone. Yeah, right at 6035. I've never seen new cars offered at huge discounts. Keep in mind that I'm originally from Europe. That was crazy. Yeah, the whole car thing was insane. People were selling used cars for the price of new cars at one point. That was so wild. Got to get my bags up. Zone up 10% in the last 24. I wonder what happened here. Okay, so we've been drawing we've had this drawn for a minute. It hasn't really, I don't think this was this pattern. But it did break down out of the little head and shoulders we had. Came right back into it though. That's kind of funny. I have a chunk of ETH waiting for Zen to go lower. Me too. Me too. DB Zen, man, I was fighting it earlier. Around lunchtime, I saw DB Zen was at 59 cents, but Gwei was at 60. If Gwei was at like 20 or 30, I would have scooped up some DB Zen. You know, not a lot. That's the problem with Gwei on Ethereum. It's like if I want to buy like 30 bucks of DB Zen, I don't want to pay a $20 gas fee. So it's not really meant for degens like us over on Ethereum. But if I do see Gwei come down, you know, in the 20s or 30s, I might grab some of this DB Zen at 62 cents. It's so funny seeing all the whales exit on Twitter and they're announcing their exits. I'm taking my talents to Titan X. Like they're fucking LeBron James or something. Get out of here. I think DB Zen is going to surprise a lot of people once they come out with Mastodon. If they actually have a legitimate marketplace for Zen NFTs, and those fees are put back into the buying and burning of DB Zen, and it's going to be cross-chain with the VDB Zen that kind of feeds into DB Zen on ETH, it's going to be extremely bullish for this low supply coin. So I'm not giving up on DB Zen. I just haven't bought any because the Gwei's been prohibitive lately. Time's running out with X1 in 60 days. My goal is 10 billion Zen as well. 8 billion off. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Rolando. I think I have like 1.6, 1.7 billion. But I have all my Zen NFTs coming. As ET dumped his 2 trillion. I don't believe it. I don't believe he had it. Maybe that's what this was, or whatever, and Zen. See, Avalanche, I was looking at these candles yesterday. What did you call this, Rolando? The walrus pattern? That was pretty fucking funny. We got the walrus pattern over on Avalanche. ADXN. Super liquidity crisis. Got whales dumping huge bags and the price going to 36 zeros. So they're tossing this DB Zen all around. This got, it was 36 zeros 104 on both of these candles, which is basically nothing. And then it gets bought right back up to 2.5 cents. So there's definitely some whales accumulating, paying $66 for 2,000 DB Zen. That's crazy. Like, I would love to pay $60 for 2,000 DB Zen on Avalanche. You just got to catch one of these crazy wicks. But I think the liquidity is low on both sides, though. So there's about 3,800 DB Zen with 0.6 AVAX, $27 worth of Avalanche. That's crazy. That's nuts. That's an easy way to get some ADXN. Titan X down 15% today. And it looks like it caught a bottom. It just kind of fell down there. YSL down to $1.67. XNF down 10% at $4.27. So this is kind of doing its thing. So we'll draw the Fibonacci on the pump. So maybe we'll come down here. This golden pocket sitting around $3.98. So we'll see if this retracement holds. That'd be interesting. After hearing that AMA with bruh, man, I'm so bullish on XNF. On all the chains. We got VZen up 15%. This is the weirdest looking chart I've ever seen. And this one is kind of doing the avalanche, the low liquidity shakeout, where it's 35.06 on all of these candles, basically going to zero and then getting bought back up. That is so weird. There's $500 of VZen with $80 worth of ETH. So if anybody tries to take ETH out of this pool, it's just it's crazy. It might be worth it. What happens if you try to buy some of this? Let's take a look. SIDUS. I've never heard of that. Alright, so this is VZen. But I want it on Arbitrum. So... I was gonna say, I do have some VZen. But what if I wanted to drop like $70 and 6%? So this is 10 cents per million. Yep. Interesting stuff. Why is it a $5 network cost? That's wild. That's pretty high for Arbitrum. Then we got BDBZen cooling off quite a bit, down to $2.99. That's some big dumps on the 1 minute, but when you zoom out, I mean, it's still kind of doing the same thing. So I bet if we draw the same golden pocket, I wouldn't be surprised if it came down to $2.50. But it really depends. It's so amazing what they're doing with the tokenomics. So we're gonna see what happens. It's good, Zen heads. Engage pump. Amen. Use my dry powder on degenning into. What are the Aviscriptions? I was looking at them. I've only done that on Bitcoin. I haven't done it on I think it's silly to do it on the EVMs, but I'm seeing the gains you guys are getting, so shout out to you guys. That's awesome. What else we got going on? Got our Zenify watch list here. This says VZen's up 400%. This is on BSC. Might be a little arbitrage there. So it says 11 cents on BSC and 10 cents on Arbitrum. That's kind of interesting. FOMC meeting was bullish. It was. Yeah, we just talked about that. That was pretty wild. JPow, he doesn't seem like he's people are pulling his strings. There's plenty of things that could cause them to say, we're not going to rush to do this, but they are talking about it. He didn't say they're not talking about it. It's amazing. All right, so what else we got going on? I always forget to take notes, and then I get on stream, and I'm just like, man, what was I going to do? What was I going to talk about? Let's go take a look at Zenify. I already did my my batches and my swaps, and I kind of have a nice rhythm going here, a nice little strategy that's working for me. I'm just kind of earning more every day. So what I'm doing, I'm basically burning 2 batches of each. So every day I come here and I do the claim and recycle, or claim all. I ended up with the VXNF NFT. And then I end up with the BXNF rewards and the BNB rewards. Now I keep some of my BXNF or my XNF on Arbitrum, and some of it I sell so I can participate in the next round. And I don't sell a lot, just enough to have 2 batches of each. So I think that's enough. That's a nice level that I can sustain over time. A nice little, I'm not going all in on the first one, so I'm out of dry powder the next day or the next week. I'm trying to do this as not as a sprint, but as a cross country run. I'm trying to, have a long, I'm playing the long game. So I'm going to do 1 or 2 batches every day. And you can see it's really just working for me. So every day I'm getting like 100 VE XNF. I'm getting some BNB back. I'm getting some BXNF. I'm only selling enough BXNF to be able to continue to make more batches and keep it up. And slowly this little liquid bag of BXNF is starting to grow where, I'm getting like 1 or 2 or 3 extra tokens every day in profits that I'm just keeping liquid in BXNF that I'm going to be able to use. So I'm up to like 20 BXNF that I got for free. And I'm also getting the BNB rewards, and it's just a nasty machine. It's just an amazing machine that we got here. It's just printing. So same thing over on Arbitrum. Just doing the same thing every day. Just burning 2 batches of each, burning a little VZen, burning some YSL. And I like doing it this way because every lobby is different. And I don't think people realize that. And Simran was kind of touching on that in the stream with Bruh today. He was saying, nobody's really doing anything on BNB. If nobody puts BNB into the auction or puts ETH into the auction, then the people that do get a huge chunk of it. So and that's where all the coins are too. So when you burn your YSL and your VZen, there's only 10,000 available for YSL and for VZen. But just for the ETH alone, there's 9,000. And so when only like 2 or 3 people do this, you get a bunch. So I do 2 batches over here, and I'm getting like 32 VEXNF. Whereas with the YSL, I burn 2 batches, and I'm only getting 7 XNF. So not only are you losing your YSL and your Zen, I burned 2 batches of Zen, and I only got 7.47 XNF back for 2 batches. But 2 batches in the ETH auction gave me 32 VXNF. So I'm really stacking my VXNF by getting in the native coin auctions. And Simran's like barely anybody's doing that. So it's giving me a ton of VEXNF that I'm locking up for a year. And now I'm in this weird state, this weird problem. I need to figure out the next part of the story, the next part of the strategy. So now I have all these VEXNF from doing the BNB lobby every day. I'm getting like 20, 30. This day I got 50 VEXNF just chilling here for a year. But every day that passes, they're losing power. So like this one I made December 6th. This was the first day. It's down to 88% power. But then I have this one I made today that's 98% power. It's brand new. So I could merge these together. I'm already going to be waiting until today. So it's not like I'm extending my, what do you call that? My wait period. I'm going to be waiting until December 12th anyway. So by combining the December 6th one into the December 12th, it's going to be December 13th, but I'll have a bigger one with more power. I'm just trying to figure out the best time to do that. Like, should I wait until this gets to like 50% to do it? Or 70% to do it? Is 88% too much? Am I being too impatient by doing it this early if I merge them right now? So it's like, maybe I should set a time period where it's like every 2 weeks I merge them or something. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, what do I do with all these now? I need to merge them together. I need to power them up, but I don't want to extend them out too much, too far. So that's kind of the next part of the strategy I need to figure out. Do another weekly lockup to boost the yearly locks? Gotcha. Okay, so I see what you're saying. So you keep some liquid and then you lock up that liquid to boost up the yearly locks. That's exactly what I did with this one, but I only set it to January 1st, so it had like no power. You're not going to be losing out. That's kind of where I'm at. I haven't made any moves yet. I'm just kind of see what happens. I kind of want to have like my ZenFTs where I have like one due every month or one due every week, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Because like I want it to be 2024. I don't want it to be 2025, but it might be the claims of 2025. I want to be able to claim this in December 2024. That's kind of where I'm stuck. Sold some ARB at $9 for gas for AVAX inscription. Just lucky, but I'm bullish on XNF. Hell yeah. Did you get into those AVAX? What was the one? It was like AVAN or something? Avon? Or I know there were a couple of them that went pretty crazy. Yeah, let's go pivot over. I've kind of been going on a shopping spree with ordinals lately, and I kind of got an exciting thing popping off here. So I have a site that I like to use. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's talk about ordinals. I'm kind of getting a new project idea. Another one, guys. This one will be easy though. This is just kind of another tool, and I might make it a tool for the Hashhead members. But first I want to show off my ordinals. So we're going to do that first. I've been doing some shopping. Shout out to Cloutcox, but here's a couple. My wallet was looking pretty bland. I have so many bitmaps. I have like 40 bitmaps. Shout out to the bitmap people. The floor on bitmaps is now $100, so that's pretty cool. I just have all these freaking bitmaps, and all mine are cool too. And you can't really make them cool, like when you're selling them. You know what I mean? Like, this is a bitmap punk, but it also has an inscription on it that has a message from the miner that has some like weird code on it. But I can't like write that on the NFT as a selling point. People just see it as 484435.bitmap. So I'm kind of emotionally attached to some of these. I think the messages on them are really cool. Like one of them says that the SEC is going to go after Ethereum. And the message was from like 2016. Like, that's so cool to me. So I got all my bitmaps just chilling. Got a couple weird looking ones. My lowest one is the 1501 bitmap. I actually won that in a Twitter space over the summer. In the same Twitter space that put me onto the bitmaps, and we were just sitting around grabbing all these bitmaps, looking at the messages from the mines while I was on vacation in Miami. It was so cool. It was such a good time. And now I didn't expect it to be $100 a pop this early. So that's crazy. $100 per bitmap. So you guys are talking about Visa or XNF. I lock up my XNF every so often to up my power. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I gotta merge mine. The fractals, all the fractals. Same, I don't know when to merge. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm kind of gonna let them cook. I'm thinking when they get down to 50%, I might merge them. So I have all these bitmaps, and I'm like, man, my wallet's like all these bitmaps and then all these BRCs. It's just like black and orange. So I wanted to add some color. So I've been buying these shitty little. I don't want to say shitty, but they're kind of the smaller ordinal collections. So one of them, I got this Bitcoin Reaper. This little dude, he's pretty cool. The floor was 405, so basically nothing. A couple dollars. I grabbed a Bit Pepe. This guy's smoking a blunt. I thought that was pretty funny. He's got 301 on the floor right now, and a nice little purchase. Then I got this guy, Bob on Bitcoin. It's at 307 floor, and it's just a Bob on Bitcoin. Little Pepe Bob. Then I grabbed the Fuzzy Fox. These are down a little bit, 3098. Then we got the Node Wizards. I thought this dude was cool. He's got the wizard hat and the cape. And then shout out to Cloutcox. I was talking to him. He told me to grab an Ordinookie, so I grabbed an Ordinookie. Then we got a Pepe guy. This guy got the glasses. So I've just been buying all this stupid shit out. Buying all these little shitty little NFTs. I do. I think it's pretty cool, especially because it's on Bitcoin and it is on chain. You know, that's kind of the coolest thing to me. It's not like the Ethereum NFTs. That's a smart contract with an IPFS link. It's kind of interesting how these all work out. You can claim some BNB, but I'm afraid to make a move. Yeah. That first night, I accidentally locked mine up for a year. I didn't mean to. It was 200 XNF. That would have been nice when it was like $7, but I locked it up for a year on accident. So this is what I've been looking at. I've also been looking, I ended up selling my JSON MaxiBiz when it pumped up, and then I've been looking at grabbing another one. Maybe we'll grab one on stream here. The mempool's been nuts all day. It's like over 100 all day. Yeah, 150 right now. That's nuts. High priority. Butt map. 1 bitmap equals 1 Bitcoin. I hope so, man. I also think that with sats too. If I have a billion sats, is it going to be 1 Bitcoin? That'd be nice. It would be nice. So anyways, so back to the Bitcoin stuff. So obviously, you know, we're familiar with VMPX, we're familiar with Pussy, we're familiar with, you know, all these bitmaps and these different BRC20s and NFT collections, and now there's like BRC 100s, and then you have the like sub 100k NFTs, just all these different things. So I've been doing a lot of research, and I found this tool a while back, and I kind of kept it on the low because I was able to find really good deals on it, and it's just kind of a thing that I was using. But it's a tool called Best in Slot. The website is bestinslot.xyz. And the reason why I'm talking about it now is because they recently released their own API. So what this project does, this is an explorer, a Bitcoin explorer for ordinals. This allows you to view ordinals by collection, regardless of what platform it's on. And that's amazing because you can find different prices between the different platforms. So say I wanted to buy, I don't know, a Bitcoin Frog. Right now, the Bitcoin Bitcoin Frog floor price is 0.16 ETH. So what this is doing is it's checking Magic Eden, it's checking Ordinals Wallet, it's checking OKX, it's checking all these different ordinal platforms for the best price. I'm not only looking at the prices on one platform like Magic Eden, I can actually see, you know, here's one on Ordinals Wallet, and here's one on the OKX Ordinal platform, and here's one on the Magic Eden platform. It's a good way to find different deals, find the best price for you. And I'll be honest, 99% of the time, the cheapest price is going to be on Magic Eden. For some reason, that's just that seems to be the cheapest place to buy them. But especially when you're looking at the BRCs, you can find... I found a couple where people forgot they listed things for super cheap on certain sites, and then you can go scoop it up real quick and then just flip it on another site. I was doing that for a minute, but I think it's kind of everybody caught on to that by now. You know, everything's pretty much... So this is interesting. Buying sats. Sats is the cheapest on Unisat right now. They have the cheapest sats orders. However, if you want to buy rats, then you'll want to go to OKX. Fuck OKX. I'm not going to OKX. So I was pretty excited about this because they have their new API, and I actually reached out to them today, and they gave me access. So I have 2-week access to their Pro API. I'll be able to look through all their market data. I'll be able to see the trends and the tops and the different NFTs, and I think I'm going to create a email alert system that'll say, hey, this specific collection that we're launching, you know, drop 10% or drop 20%. go look at the price, and it'll tell me which platform it's on, how much it costs, and how much the price dropped. And I think I can do this with a Python script. I'll be able to run it kind of like the Xen.game alerts, and it'll be a new perk of the hash heads if I can get this running. So if you're an Ordinals fan, you may want to become a hash head that's a member of the channel. You can hit the join button. It's $4.99 a month, and I think it might take me a couple weeks. It's just going to be a one-time thing. It's not like it's nothing like XenMaps. I committed to XenMaps, and XenMaps is going to be something I'm working on for a long time. This is just going to be a little script I put together just for some email alerts. Try to find some nice prices on Ordinals for the community. But even without the script, you can come over to Best in Slot and just look at things like if you're looking to buy some pussy or buy some what was the other one? Let's see. So like OKX, fuck OKX.
All right, let's fucking hash.
That's the best place to buy that. How ironic is that? How fucked up is that? The cheapest place to buy POSI is on OKX. Like, what the hell is this? Is or say I wanted to buy some Ordi. Yeah, I could look for Ordi. So you got some on Unisat, you got some on OKX, you got one on Ordinal's wallet here that's in the top 100. But that's interesting that Unisat is actually the cheapest place to buy Ordi from an exchange. If I hook you up with some crypto service as my way of donating, hell yeah, that's what's up. This isn't the place.
That's for the DGNs and OGs.
I love it. So this is something kind of cool. I'm not sure if you guys... I'm not really getting into like the Avalanche inscriptions. I kind of wanted to try out the Doge. I don't have any Dogecoin. I've never owned Dogecoin. I always thought it was cheesy. So I've been living in Bitcoin land. I've been thinking about buying some track. So I've been looking at these prices. And right now, all the cheapest track is on Unisat. And then if you click on the Unisat button, it takes you right over to Unisat where you can make the purchase. And it's just making things really easy for me. So shout out to these guys, Best in Slot. It's a nice little tool. Isn't tech weird on shrooms? Should we make the script right now? Should I do it live on stream? No. Probably could. I mean, it's easy enough. So I'm pretty excited about that. I need to get like a good NFT. I really want like a Bitcoin frog or like a Goosenol or something. I'm too broke for that shit. I can't spend $4,000. Like a Bitcoin frog. This is like basically all the Bitcoin I own. Like I own a fifth of a Bitcoin. That's as much as one of these stupid fucking frogs cost. This little frog cost $7,000. It's nuts. And I think it's just going to continue to grow. I believe that these will be over a Bitcoin at some point. But we'll see. We'll see. You guys are cracking me up. Too funny. What do you guys want to talk about if not ordinal technology? I'm gonna fight you, Dank.
Shut the fuck up!
I'm just playing. But we can't play on Ethereum because gas is too fucking high. We can't play on Bitcoin because the mempool is too overloaded. So I guess we're just stuck with Zenify and Arbitrum and BNB. What kind of shit are you guys? You guys are doing the Ava descriptions? Hey, Rolando, what's the site for the Ava descriptions? I kind of want to go check them out. It's just avascriptions.com. AVAV. Gonna get some AVAV. AVAV. I keep hearing everyone talk about this one. This one hit ASCT hit 80 cents or something today. I'm kind of sick of tokens though, to be honest. That's crazy though. 35,000 volume avalanche tokens. So these are the ones that are minting right now. So AVAV. Should we mint some AVAV? Mint directly. I don't want to connect my wallet to this shit. Let me send some avalanche. What the fuck you guys got me doing here? Send an AVAX over to the burner wallet. I don't blame you for not fucking with fake inscriptions. We need to mint new ordinals on Bitcoin. I don't know any cool projects. Me neither. Alright. I'm gonna mint some AVAV just because I'm bored. Jesus, one AVAX is 41 bucks. Maybe I'm not that bored. Maybe I'll just hold on to my AVAX. Jesus. How does this work? So, like, can I see? This is so silly. Let's see the AVAV. I love it. The first two results are some Asian writing, which is usually pretty bullish. I didn't hit AVAV for 3 reasons. The leader of the avalanche chain. The people who play AVAV now are little pricks who Mr. Sold Out. I am not so bored to follow the trend. The leader is the leader. It's useless to say more. So that's funny. That's not as bullish as I thought. But then the second result is Cloutcox. Don't miss out on the next AVAV. That's pretty funny. Hell yeah, Mick Dingo. So I'm late to the party then. Looks like something Agent Smith made. Alright. Fuck this. I was bored, but now I feel like I'm being a follower. I'm a leader, guys. I'm not a follower. I'm sending my AVAX back to my main wallet. Fuck you, AVAV. Deep Ape Country Club. That's something I was looking at, where like the sub 100k or the sub 10k. So the floor on the sub 100k is 0027. Like this matrix. That's pretty cool, right? I don't think I'd want sub 100k. I would want sub 10k. I just need a life mate. No, that's cool. I do think the AVAX stuff is cool. I'm glad people are making profits on it. I feel kind of silly spending my Bitcoin, honestly. I tried to, over the weekend, I don't know if I mentioned, I tried to mint one of those BRC 100s. And apparently I just didn't do it right. I know my JSON was formatted right, but it wasn't formatted right for the inscription or whatever. So I basically just lost $50 a Bitcoin trying to mint this when fees were high, and then I don't get any token in return, and I just lose my Bitcoin and fees. That kind of sucks. That's not a good feeling. Not a good feeling at all. So I kind of just want to hold my AVAX. Do it, AVAV. Man. I want to see the sub 10K. What's that sitting at? 0.75, which is thousands of dollars. So you too can own this 69. For 0.07 Bitcoin. I think that's like $3,000 or $4,000. It's crazy. You're just desperate. Dang, chill. It's all Chinese. See, that makes me feel like it's bullish then, like if there's a whole community around it. This is only 22% though. They got sats over here too. That's funny. Yeah, I'm definitely late to the party over here. Zen is 18% minted out. Who's got some Zen? This guy's got 2%. There's some Zuni too. Ooh. Have I collected any rare sats? So that's interesting. I actually got my first rare sat with that new collection. Here, let me connect up here. So I'm so mad at myself because I went to do this free mint and then I forgot about it. And so I ended up going to buy it. I just bought it off market. So this Planetary Prime is actually on. So it's on a Nakamoto sat and it's on a vintage sat, a vintage Nakamoto common. I don't know if that means anything. I don't think that's a rare sat, but it's a vintage Nakamoto common. So that's kind of cool. It sounds cool, I guess. But it's this Planetary Prime. First ever collection inscribed entirely on prime number sats. Planetary Primes are an extension of the Seeker Project, a mathematical sci-fi game universe which started in the Sub 10K Club. So I love the lore there, like the ethos of the project. It's based on prime numbers. It started in the 10K Club. It has these special sats, Nakamoto vintage sats. So that was kind of cool to me. But I'm pretty sure I paid way too much for it. Let me see what I paid. $00169. Yeah. So I paid 00169 and the price is currently 00095. So that's down quite a bit, but that's my fault. I've totally FOMO'd into it. Totally FOMO'd into it. I did get a JSON Maxi Biz and I flipped it. I actually sold it for profit. And then I instantly regretted it. But then I watched it go all the way down to 0012 and I didn't buy. So I'm like waiting. Today, actually, I've been watching the mempool all day, waiting for the mempool to come down so I could buy a new JSON Maxi Biz. Those are fun to play with, just with the AI. So like, what you can do, what I was doing anyway. Yeah, let's do this one. So you can just grab this text. Then we open up ChatGPT. Oops. open up Dolly here and just paste it in here and say, create an NFT art image based on the JSON above. Turn the zodiac and charm into items in the image and use the other information to build out the art. Make it flashy, colorful, and futuristic. So this should be some kind of fish recycling. I think that's a Taurus bunny. ETH text somewhere. So it's kind of cool. I just like how it's kind of an interesting idea. It's like the art changes. You know, you have the JSON, which is kind of the prompt. So here's the JSON maxi biz. Like, that's pretty cool, right? It's got the recycling charm. It's got the little ETH. So that's kind of what they're doing over there. I'm gonna say you missed the fish, the sub 10K, and the block number. Make it cooler. Don't end up like Jerry punching his way through the stockade fencing. Paid too much for a vampire, but I like him. Those are those Zen guys, right? I really want a Zen Knight. Floor's down to 0.07. Man, that is cheap. That is so cheap. Why are they selling it for this low? Make it cooler, Dolly. Damn, that is pretty cool. He still forgot the fish, though. I don't see the fish anywhere. That's funny. Oh, there we go. Now we got some fish. I can mess with this AI stuff all day. Just make these stupid little pictures. That's what I do for the thumbnails. I come up with these stupid little prompts. I was trying to get like a bank on fire for the Fed raids today, but it wouldn't do it. Anyways, I'm just dicking around at this point. Man, someone go buy the Zen Knight. What is this? $3,000 for the Zen Knight. All the other ones are a quarter of a Bitcoin. Man. Whatever happened to the vampires? They just kind of disappeared. The Frog Bunny vampire. Gotcha. That's cool. I didn't know they had the vampires. I was trying to get a wizard. I wanted a wizard and I wanted a frog. And I got the frog, but then I sold it. I sold it because I wanted the wizard, but then I couldn't find a good wizard anywhere. There's Fox. It's cool stuff. I'm definitely going to be grabbing one of these up. I think it's kind of a cool idea. Yep. Ooh, look at VZen getting a nice little pump up, 500%. Species vampire. That's tight. I definitely don't want a bunny. I made that decision. I think the wizard would be the coolest one. The wolf with a dick butt. I wonder if ChatGPT will do a dick butt. ChatGPT, will you do a dick butt? It's gonna say no. Oh shit, it's doing it. What are we gonna get for a dick butt? I ask it what the accessory is. That's cool, Rolando. You got the ASC 20s. What the hell? This is the gay shit. Like, and I don't mean that to be offensive, like literally. What is this? It looks like Bluetooth speakers or something. I'm gonna get banned. Look at this one. That thing's got donk. What is happening? Can you explain what the accessory is? Or what it means? That's gay, dog. Cleo would like it. The accessory you mentioned in your request, Dick Butt, refers to an internet meme. It's a humorous character that combines the cartoonish figure with the simplistic drawings of a human and duck. Ah, that's pretty funny. It's a human and a duck. That's what a dick butt is. It's a human and a duck. It's definitely not a dick and a butt. It's a duck. On that note, I think we're going to wrap it up. We're having too much fun. I need to go to sleep. Got a long day at work tomorrow. But we'll be back tomorrow. We're coming up on the 100th episode, so get ready this weekend. We're going to do some giveaways, have some fun things to give away for the 100th episode. Maybe we'll do like 100 VMUs, NFT, or something fun like that. So I appreciate you guys coming, having fun with me. Thanks for showing up. We will be back tomorrow. Yeah, hope you guys have a good Thursday. As always, my name is Tree City West. I hope you guys stay zen. Peace.